In this video, I'm going to be showing you the things we can do that are really going to make your Khorne Berzerkers stand out and impress everyone who sees them. This is an easy to follow step-by-step guide explaining everything in detail, so no matter your skill level you'll have the confidence and knowledge to take your painting skills even further. I'll be showing you the different kinds of highlights we can do, as well as creating texture and interest and making them look more like they do on the box. Welcome to TableTopReady, my name's Michael, and I want to show you all the steps and techniques that you'll need to help your Khorne Berzerkers really stand out. All of the paints and brushes I use throughout this tutorial will be shown on the screen as I use them, and they'll also be listed in the description along with any hobby equipment I think you'll find useful, with affiliate links to where you can buy them. And before we get started, I want to say a massive thank you to all the amazing people who've made this tutorial possible with their continued support. It really means a lot. It allows me to get all the paints, brushes and miniatures I need to make these tutorials so I can continue to help you get better at painting. As well, if you enjoy my content here on TableTopReady, then let me know by clicking that like button, and why not leave me a comment. I love reading them and hearing about your own hobby. Before we get started, we'll have to get our miniatures ready for painting, which I've made a dedicated video about on the channel. For this video I'll be painting our Khorne Berzerkers using sub-assemblies, making painting them so much easier, leaving the heads and packs separate. I've also chosen to undercoat my Khorne Berzerkers with Mephiston Red, but know that you can use whatever undercoat you want, the steps are still the same. This tutorial is also a continuation from the Making Khorne Berzerkers Easier to Paint video, where I'll go into depth about a lot of the techniques I'll be using in this video. So make sure to go and watch that as well to get a full understanding of everything you'll need to get your Khorne Berzerkers fully painted. One of the ways to paint our miniatures is to get all of our base colours painted first. This lets us spend time choosing what colours we want to paint everything, and painting becomes less overwhelming as we've created a great starting point to work from. We're going to be using the same base colours as we did in the previous video, so spend some time now getting those painted, and we can even mix up what colours we use on details, making things look more interesting. Now we've looked at a different approach to getting our Khorne Berzerkers started, I want to go into more detail about creating definition and how we can make our armour look more interesting. I now want to show you how we can paint our red armour so it looks more like it does on the box. We can make our armour look more interesting with a glaze. This is going to add extra tones and interest, making it look less flat. We're using Khorne Red, and to make this a glaze, let's thin it down with twice the amount of water, making it more transparent. Build up the glaze in even thin layers around the lower parts of the armour panels and anywhere else we think would look interesting. And we can create a nicer looking transition using a glaze of the colour underneath as well to smooth things out. Take your time doing this until you're happy with how everything looks. There's no one way to get our miniatures painted, and I just want to show you what's possible, and it's really up to you how many of these steps and techniques you use. Just make sure you're having fun and enjoying painting. The next thing to do is to help bring out the shape of the armour doing a recess shade. This time we're using Galvor Back Red, which gives us a stronger colour, and we're again painting this into any recesses and where the armour meets the trim to help separate these details. Now let's go ahead and use our shades again to create definition for any metallic details. For the trim we're using Seraphim Sapphire. For any silver details let's use our Nuln Oil. And we can also use our Nuln Oil for the different materials and wraps. And once your shades have dried, let's work on getting everything highlighted. It's now time to get the armour highlighted, and I want to show you the different kinds of highlights we can do. The first highlight we're doing is called a chunky highlight, and for this we use an Evilson Scarlet. This highlight wants to be quite a thick line so we can still see it once we've painted our finer highlights after this. Our next highlight is called an edge highlight, done in exactly the same way I showed in the Making Khorne Berzerkers Easier to Paint tutorial with Squig Orange. Just remember when highlighting, we still need to thin our paints, and it helps to remove excess paint on some paper towel first to prevent thick blobby lines. Let's continue highlighting with a finer highlight using Towelite Ochre. This highlight is used to emphasise any areas and edges we want to be more prominent and eye-catching. The last highlight we can do is a spot highlight. using Ungor flesh to paint little dots on all the corners of the armour where light would be more focused. If you want to learn more about highlighting and what helps me, then I do have a dedicated video on the channel showing you how. I know what I'm showing you can seem like a lot, and you'd be right, but I really do think it's worth the time and effort, and once you're done, you'll have some miniatures you can be really proud of. Now you've done all the highlights on the armour, we can use what we've just learnt to get other details highlighted as well. For any black details and material, we can start with Eshin Grey for our chunky highlight, and when that's done, let's do an edge highlight using Dawnstone. When it comes to highlighting the weapon casings, let's change it up, starting with Dark Reaper for the chunky highlights, then Fenrisian Grey for our edge highlights. And if you want spot highlights, let's use some Blue Horror. This will help weapons stand out from all the other black details. Highlighting our leather details, we want to use Gorthor Brown for the chunky highlights, and then we can finish up with an edge highlight using Carrick Stone. And rather than doing a dry brush for our metals, which is messy, let's instead edge highlight them with Stormhost Silver, and at the same time we can also paint any rivets. In the final section of the tutorial, I want to show you more things that can help make our Berserkers look even better. Let me show you what other things we can now do to finish our Khorne Berzerkers, making them more interesting. Something I always find helps make our miniatures look even better is to add texture, and this just involves painting scuffs and scratches on our red armour using Squig Orange. As well, we can't forget to add some blood splatters, and using blood for the blood god is great for this. It's up to you how much blood you want, but it's best not to overdo this step as it can detract from what we've already done. The last couple of things I want to show you are a couple of extra steps we can do on top of what I've showed in the previous Khorne Berzerker video. The first one is to paint spot highlights on the corner of any plasma coils using Blue Horror, and the other step is to paint a thin line of moot green along the bottom edge of any lenses. I had a lot of fun with this video, showing you all the things you can do to make your Khorne Berzerkers look even better, and helping you go even further with your miniatures. So let's see how they turned out. But before we see the reveal, I do want to take a moment to thank David Blankenberg, Thoth Returns, Silver Plate and Cringe Detector, who have all recently become supporters or has donated to the channel. Thank you so much. And if you enjoy the content here on TableTopReady and want to help support the channel as well, you can become a channel member or join my Patreon, which gives you access to our Discord, regular updates, and you'll also get to watch videos and tutorials early. We've now finished painting our Khorne Berzerkers, and I hope I've been able to give you the confidence and knowledge to get your own painted. I've got plenty of other tutorials on the channel, and make sure to go and check out the Making Khorne Berzerkers Easier to Paint, which I've referenced in this video. I really do enjoy making these tutorials, and I hope you find them useful. If you do, then please leave a like and let me know in the comments below. As well, make sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss out on future content, and I'll see you in the next video.